Here's the Ethiopia sign, and it looks like it's missing a T, but let me show you why. Welcome to Addis Ababa, Ethiopia. We're here on the Ethiopian Airlines stopover program, and we are shocked about what we are seeing. In today's video, we want to show you why we are loving the city and why we are so glad that we got to come here. Addis Ababa is the capital of Ethiopia with a population of about 6 million people. It's also the capital of the African Union and the only country in Africa to have never been colonized. This is Addis Ababa. We can't get over how modern it is, how wide the sidewalks are, how nice everything feels. We only have a few days in the city because we're here on the layover program, so we're going to see as much as we can in this short period of time. Our visit starts off at the National Museum of Ethiopia, where we can meet some of our oldest ancestors. Let's go see Lucy. Here she is. Oh my gosh, wow. This is amazing. I'm overwhelmed. I kind of want to cry a little.
The important thing about Lucy is that she is like a missing link between chimpanzees and humans.
She's right here. Right here.
They discovered her and discovered that there was a link, a human-like shape, a hominid, that stood upright and didn't walk around on all fours, didn't climb trees, and you can tell that just from the skeleton.
We paid 50 birr each to get into the museum. In addition to seeing Lucy, there were other exhibits where we were able to learn about the ancient and not so ancient history of the area. But we have limited time in Addis, so let's move on. We're seeing these huge inviting sidewalks, so we decided to walk to our next destination.
Before coming to Addis, I was watching some videos about thefts and stuff like that in Addis, and because that's what we kept hearing about, so I was checking to see what it was like, and this is not what I was expecting. I wasn't seeing anything about like these new parks and the new buildings and the big wide sidewalks that they've built.
It is not at all what I expected. Just look at this park. We walked for a bit more and now we're here at Adwa Victory Center. This area commemorates the Battle of Adwa, Africa's most significant victory against European colonialism. On March 1st, 1896, Emperor Menelik II's forces fought back against European colonial forces and kept Ethiopia out from colonial rule. Addis has undergone these massive beautification projects. From talking to some locals, we understand that a few years ago, it wasn't great to walk around here, but now everything has changed and it looks fantastic. This is the famous Churchill Avenue and it extends down from the memorial. Here we find an inviting coffee shop.
I've really been enjoying the coffee here in Ethiopia, in Addis Ababa, and I'm stopping for some more, this time an iced coffee, because coffee is like born here in Ethiopia and it's just awesome to have it here. It really is so good, and the last place we were visiting could not get any good coffee. The coffee that I was getting at the hotel was terrible. And I was drinking instant coffee, and this is just really good.
Big truck, you see? Very long queue.
This is the line for diesel here in Addis because of the war in Iran.
We're here at the Hanam Hotel in our neighborhood of Bole, and we've ordered the traditional Ethiopian fasting menu, and so this is the first course.
Get a good amount on. I was made fun of at one restaurant because I didn't use all my chili sauce, even though I said I liked it. Really nice. It's like a really nice peppery flavor. Okay. So he told us what it is, and I didn't fully understand bayonet or something like that. If you know what all of these things are, please comment. Let us know.
I'm probably doing this very wrong. All right, got what I think is lentils. full of flavor. Wow. That's very good.
This meal was absolutely delicious, and every time I've been looking at restaurants for places to eat around here, all the traditional restaurants had this platter they were showing, and I never knew what it was going to be like to have it, and now I've had it. It's really good. Everything on the plate was just awesome. And now I'm having some coffee, some traditional coffee, and we've been seeing the coffee service all over the place, and now I'm having it. If you've been watching our channel for a long time, you might remember us having Lukomares in Athens, Greece. Well, now we're in Addis Ababa, and I'm having Lugaimat, which is basically the same thing. I can't describe all the flavors, but each one of them is really good.
It's our second day in Addis, and we used the Yango ride-hailing app to get us a taxi to Friendship Park.
150 birr per person for foreigners to come into the park, but I think locals have a cheaper price.
Chris and I are continuing to be surprised about how beautiful and how nice this city is. We were talking to one of our taxi drivers, and he was telling us, well, yes, it is, but actually 2 years ago, it wasn't like this at all. So I guess maybe our expectations were more like what the city was and not what it actually is today. The driver was telling us that a couple of years ago, if he was working the night shift, he would see a lot of crime happening on the streets, but now he doesn't see it anymore.
I feel like the steps and seats and stuff here are kind of inspired by Roman architecture. I'm kind of reminded of being in Rome, maybe ancient Greece, Greek architecture.
I mean, look how cool these benches and the seating is. You can sit here on the bench, have a table in front of you, overlooking the lake.
There's so much construction going on in this city. Everywhere we go, we can hear construction sounds. There's buildings going up like this one behind me. This one's gonna have a great view of the park when it's done.
I was just thinking about this city and this country's ties to Mexico. Addis Ababa is quite a high altitude city, and Mexico City is too. One of the main reasons there's such close ties between Ethiopia and Mexico is because during the Italian-Ethiopian War, before the start of World War II, I believe it was, the Italians tried to take over Ethiopia. And Mexico was, I believe, one of just 5 countries to not recognize the takeover. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe there is a metro or subway station in Mexico City called the Ethiopia Station. The people here are so friendly, like genuinely friendly. They talk to you and say hi to you, not because they want something, but just because they want you to feel welcome here in this city.
This park also feels like it's become a bit of a haven for wildlife. There's birds like ibises and herons. There's fish. We've been seeing lots of lizards and other types of birds.
Addis is a beautiful city, and we feel so lucky that we came here. But there's also some challenges. There's lineups for gasoline that are happening right now because of the war in Iran. And there's parts of the city that don't necessarily project the image that Addis wants to convey to the world, and so they're being covered up.
One thing that Addis Ababa needs to figure out is pedestrian crossings, because there are a lot of places where there's no good pedestrian crossing, and even the places where there are good pedestrian crossings, there's no signals. And so you're really taking a chance every time.
But the public transit is developing, the sidewalks are very walkable, the parks are beautiful, and the city feels very welcoming. In retrospect, we wish we could have spent more time here than just a few days on an extended layover. And that's our video for today on Addis Ababa. If you want to see a video on our other favorite African city, check out this video right here. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you in the next one.